My name is Sarah Johnson. I built my career from scratch with John Wilson. The day John and Emily went to dye their hair silver, their carelessness caused Max's fatal car accident. That night, I held Max's body until dawn, and my hair turned white. Meanwhile, they posted romantic photos captioned, "Now we can say we've grown old together too." I quietly booked plane tickets after Max's funeral rites, withholding news of his death. If John wronged Max, he'd answer for it personally. John entered humming, his new silver locks catching the light. Still not satisfied? He froze upon seeing me in the living room at dawn, his phone clattering to the floor. "Darling. What's wrong?" He hung up hastily, crouching before me. I felt his scrutiny as I pretended to wake. "Why sleep here?" I brushed off his hand, staring at his dyed hair. "When did you color it?" "Yesterday." "Your husband's still handsome, right?" He shrugged off his coat. "Max kept begging to see you last night. Had someone drop him off?" "Did he behave?" "Max was born during our happiest years. Last night, this man prioritized dyeing his hair with Emily over feeding our third grader. My child left hungry, how could I not hate him?" "Stop glaring." I worked through lunch. His eyes raked over me. "Sarah, you're an executive. At least groom yourself properly." He gestured at my frayed sweater. "We're not poor." "Whatever." Alone again. My phone buzzed with Emily's taunts. "Saw our matching photos? Perfect couple, aren't we?" Followed by my red-eyed salon photo. "Big sis. No hair color hides your age." My reflection showed brittle black strands, dead grass clinging to shoulders. John never guessed Emily contacted me weeks ago. He didn't know I'd knelt with Max's corpse that night, hair bleaching white as they took couple selfies. Our walk-in closet neighbored Max's room. One push last night would have revealed the shrine we'd built, his cheerful space now dominated by funeral portraits. Truth was, I'd known about John's affair before Emily's gloating. After 10 years and 2 children, I recognized his tells better than my own heartbeat. But confronting him then meant losing leverage during his company's IPO. My evidence pile grew daily, divorce filing planned for next month. I failed by 7 days. Kneeling before the memorial, possibilities swarmed. Revenge tempted. But Lucy and my parents needed me. The funeral home attendant's words echoed. "Wait until the 7th day rites. Otherwise, his spirit will grieve finding you gone." Incense smoke curled as I vowed, "Sweetheart, Mommy will make them pay 1,000-fold. Then we'll take Lucy far away." Sarah apparently didn't expect me to tolerate things this far. She immediately arranged to meet me in the private lounge. The interconnected rooms allowed me to observe every movement. Emily sat perched on John's lap, pouting coquettishly in his embrace. "Did you know that woman at your house copied our hair dye?" "Humph. I told you she knew about us ages ago. She's definitely plotting something nasty." John froze momentarily before smirking arrogantly. "So what? After years of marriage and 2 kids, what's she gonna do? Divorce me? Who'd want her then?" Emily wrapped her arms around his neck for a kiss, shooting a contemptuous smirk through the one-way mirror. John pinched her backside. "Distracted during our kiss? Thinking about another man? Your son. Actually, when I made the brat call me mommy last time." He puffed up like an angry blowfish. "Stubborn little bastard takes after his mother." John chuckled darkly. "Why not make your own son?" "Ew. Who'd want your kids?" Emily had countless ways to provoke me, yet chose the tackiest method. Every obscene gesture became documented evidence for divorce court proceedings. When their antics escalated beyond decency, I stowed the camera and kicked open the door. I dragged the topless Emily across the floor, landing punches until her swollen eyes couldn't open. "John. Help." Perhaps stunned by my sudden assault, John hesitated before lunging forward. "Stop this. I'm the one you should." Another fist silenced him. "Patience. You're next." Those Muay Thai crash courses since discovering his affair finally paid off. Emily whimpered while fumbling for her phone. "I'm calling the cops." "Go ahead." Every cop car here means divorce papers tomorrow. John slapped the device from her hand. Enough. What do you want? You dare ask? Shoving him aside. I kicked their scattered clothes at his feet. Look at yourself. Listen to your own filth. John. You're disgusting. Blinking back stinging tears. I turned as his gasp echoed. Emily had fainted. Granting John his heroic exit carrying her. Alone amidst the wreckage. I laughed bitterly at my defeat. I'd already lost when Max left me. Nowhere left to retreat. Lucia waited on the living room carpet. Puzzle pieces surrounding her. Mommy. Where've you been? She burrowed into my embrace. Searching behind me. Where's Max? He hasn't answered my messages for days. My heart clenched violently. I turned my face away hastily to avoid her touch. Mommy? Just tired. Sweetheart. Cradling her head. I murmured. Max joined a school expedition. He'll be gone a while. Lucy silently traced circles on my back. Then why are you crying? Tears dripped onto her tiny neck before I noticed. I miss having both my babies close. I miss you too. Mommy. Her whisper trembled. Last night I dreamed Max told me to protect you from crying. Visceral agony tore through me. Mommy doesn't need protection. I just need to keep you both forever. The lie shattered as racking sobs betrayed me. I held Lucy tightly in my arms. Afraid she might slip away. Lucy. How about we move to a new city in a few days? I'll do whatever Mommy says. Wherever you and Max go, I'll be there. I never saw John again after that day. He seemed convinced I'd settle back into being Mrs. Wilson after my outburst. Not even bothering to check the stock transfers and property divisions. His absence worked in my favor. 3 days before Max's 7th-day memorial. He returned. Exhausted from hours of asset redistribution paperwork. I collapsed into bed. The nightmare came again, clutching Max's small body in hospital corridors. Begging doctors through tears until familiar warmth brushed my cheeks. I jolted awake to find John kneeling by my bed. Tracing my hand in the dim light. You've lost weight. You reek. I jerked away. Voice glacial. The man sighed. Still maintaining that infuriating single-knee posture. Silver-haired yet unchanged from the boy who'd carried me through muddy country roads. Now transformed in my mind to flesh-stripping demon. Sarah. Don't look at me like that. His practiced rueful smile surfaced. I came to talk. Not fight. We've been married 10 years. Sarah. Don't you feel the spark's gone? So adultery's your solution? My nails bit palms imagining clawing that mask off. No. I love you. Our family. Our home. She's just a temporary fascination. Sarah. Her coquettishness reminds me so much of your younger self. But now you're corporate VP. Max and Lucy's mother, not the girl who leaned on me. This isn't confrontation. Just perspective. After all I've given this family. Let me have this brief indulgence. I swear I'll come back better. Love you deeper. Okay? Max misses his grandparents. Went to visit them. Good. I'll fetch him for the birthday bash. We'll invite everyone. Leave. I'm exhausted. The click of the door released my breath. Acid surged as his sanctimonious face flashed behind my eyelids. I retched violently. Then scrubbed raw under scalding water until skin wept crimson. How had I loved this monster? Lived decades with this rot? The nightstand drawer chimed. Max's smartwatch glowed with notification. Dad, still mad? Champ? Let me pick you up for your birthday. Yeah? I'd scoured these logs endlessly. Countless father-son events were John taking Max as camouflage for Emily. Even that time my son starved messaging him. Only to get Emily's reply. Order delivery. Maxie. Auntie and your dad are busy. Gentle. Now I stared at John's incoming sticker, our family DIY emoji with baby Max winking. Don't be angry. Fingers shaking. I began typing. Okay. I'll wait. You must come find me yourself. I stared into John's eyes. My fists clenched so tightly they turned white. John. I will make you apologize personally to Max and Lucy. His gaze remained steady, filled with unsettling sincerity. After a long silence, I exhaled sharply, lowering my lashes to hide my contempt. How can you guarantee no illegitimate children will threaten Max and Lucy's future? His face lit up. You agree? He gripped my shoulders eagerly. We'll host a birthday party for Max next week. I'll publicly declare all assets belong solely to our children. What do you think? Perfect. My smile sharpened. Bring that woman. I want her to witness her permanent failure to replace me. John's brow twitched imperceptibly before nodding. By the way, Max hasn't messaged much lately. Is he still upset? He's gone. Gone where? Someplace far. The approaching 7th day since Max's disappearance coiled tension in my chest like barbed wire. Each breath felt stolen from drowning. I nearly succumbed in the bathtub until Mom's call pierced the water. Sarah? You sound strange. Are you ill? Fine. I rasped, tears plinking into bathwater. Her silence spoke volumes. Did John hurt you? Where are the children? Chaos erupted through the receiver before my brother's calm voice emerged. We're coming tonight. Let's bring you home. Dad's gruff interjection made me sob harder. My little girl shouldn't cry. Come back to where you belong. Their love shattered my fragile composure. I want to come home. It hurts so much. While my family plotted John's demise, I swallowed the truth about Max. 2 more days. 2 more days until I could take my children to where pain couldn't reach us. The ceaseless rain paused on departure morning, cruel sunlight mocking my vigil before Max's portrait. I prayed until exhaustion claimed me. Small fingers brushed my cheek at midnight. Lucy peered up. Moonlight catching her tears. Mommy's crying. Why aren't you asleep? Sweetheart? I cradled her close. We need rest before visiting Grandma's tomorrow. Max told me to check on you. She pressed our clasped hands to her heart. Are we celebrating his birthday at Grandma's? I froze in place, suddenly sensing a whirlwind circling around me. Yet I dared not ask. Sarah, when did you tell Max? Just now in my dream. Tears streamed uncontrollably down my face as I hastily wiped them away. How did Max look? My child had left wearing his unwashed activity uniform from daycare, departing on an empty stomach. He looked like himself, but wearing his favorite dinosaur costume. That's good. Lucy, tell Mommy, is Max still here? I held my breath, my chest tightening painfully. No. She shook her head. Max said seeing him would make you cry too much. Real men don't make little girls cry. He also said he knows we'll miss him. But he's turning into the wind now. We should go to a windy city so we can see him every day. Mommy, I don't want Max to be wind. Let's call him back tomorrow for his birthday. I miss him so much. Mommy misses him too. Holding Lucy, I opened the window. Whether real or imagined, the wind swirled around us before rushing outside. Avoiding her question, I kissed her forehead. Lucy, let's listen to Max. We'll find a windy city. Okay? Okay. Birthday banquet, everything had been prepared. After messaging John to meet at the hotel, Lucy and I boarded our flight. During our layover, I finally saw the scene I'd anticipated. The video showed funeral drapery instead of birthday decorations. A massive casket dominated the room as mourners in black surrounded 2 jarring figures, John and Emily. He stood rigid with shock while her scarlet gown screamed impropriety. Max's teacher sighed. Mr. Wilson. None of us expected such tragedy. Our deepest condolences. And this must be Max's aunt? On cue, my hired actors descended, beating drums and wailing. They mobbed the couple. Aunt? That's his mistress. Poor child. Murdered by his own father. Chaos erupted. John grabbed a bystander, wild-eyed and panting. Who died? Where's my wife and son? Mr. Wilson. Mrs. Wilson invited us to the funeral. You didn't know? Of course he didn't. He'd been holed up at the resort with Emily until recently. Impossible. This can't be. He lunged at the casket, only to be blocked by reporters thrusting microphones. Mr. Wilson, care to explain bringing your mistress to your son's funeral? Where's your wife? Did your affair drive her to depression? Answer the questions. Get away. John fumbled his phone, shattering the screen under stampeding feet. He screamed hoarsely. Sarah. Where are you? Bring Max out. This isn't funny. I stopped watching. For John. This was merely the prologue. We landed in Seabreeze City at midnight. Clutching Lucy's hand in the small urn. I dreaded explanations. My parents had seen the news. But only when they saw us alone at arrivals did they truly accept Max's absence. My poor baby. Mom sobbed. Embracing us. What happened? Is it true, all those online rumors? My silence answered. That bastard. I'll kill him. My brother and sister-in-law held back Dad. The priority now is to lay the child to rest. Calm down. Dad. How can I calm down? My daughter and grandchild were hurt like this by him. He doesn't deserve to live. Dad. He'll face consequences. But first, we need to say goodbye properly. I won't let him see Max again. I gently touched Lucy's hair. He'll come. Save your anger for then. After the wake period. Clarity struck. I could mourn my child for life. But revenge couldn't wait. Before arriving in Harbor City, I'd secured a serene hillside plot, a sanctuary where Max's spirit could find peace in his next life. John arrived at dawn. Dad found him kneeling outside our door, battered yet unyielding after my brother's blows. I threw the divorce papers at him. Sign. Tears smudged the ink as he choked. Sarah. I never meant. I ground my heel into his reaching hand. You verified the truth. Drop the act. You killed my child. Why aren't you dead? Rage blurred my vision as I struck him. Mom cracked a mop handle over his bleeding skull while neighbors gathered. A bucket of icy water followed. Get out. Murderers aren't welcome here. Watching him grovel, I sneered. Let's go inside. Mom. If he collapses, the coroners will handle it. The autumn chill would finish what we started. Hours later, Emily shrieked at our door. He's dying. Let him in. Through the window. I watched my brother drench the pair in filthy water. Die somewhere else. We just want to apologize at Max's grave. John pleaded. Apologize in hell. Their disturbance ended when police hauled them away. An officer snarling. Cheating scum harassing victims? Disgraceful. My lawyers had already dissected John's empire. His competitors pounced when I leaked his secrets, old scandals resurfacing. Shares transferring to my name. He called after signing everything. I thought you'd ignore me. Cold finality sharpened my voice. Rotten regret. John. This is your epilogue. Why wouldn't I? Didn't I do all this just to watch you crumble? His voice rasped with exhaustion. Why go this far? This was our life's work. When you started Wilson Enterprises, John, I supported you unconditionally. I poured every cent I had into building it from scratch. Without me, you'd still be nothing. What I gave, I can take back. After prolonged silence, he muttered, You've changed. So have you, into something vile and pathetic. The day John got ousted as CEO, I finally breathed easier. Attorney Yang reviewed my compiled evidence, guaranteeing our assured victory in the divorce case. Ms. Sarah. He cautioned. The company's shares hold immense value. Are you certain about transferring them? Ruining long-term assets over a man isn't wise. My pen hovered over the documents. This ends soon. I want nothing linking me to John ever again. Knocking interrupted us. Assuming my brother forgot something, I opened the door, only for John to burst in, crushing me against his chest. Sarah. I've lost everything. His desperate grip tightened. Come back. Let's pretend none of this happened. Please? Are you out of your mind? I shoved him off, hurling a stapler his way. The shattered glass brought Attorney Young rushing in. Ms. Johnson. Are you cheating whore? John's bloodshot eyes darted between us. Daring to screw this bastard while we're still married? He lunged at the lawyer. Touch my wife again. I'll end you. I clawed at his arms, shouting explanations. But he thrashed like a rabid animal. Stop. Grabbing my thermos, I smashed it against his skull. John staggered, then collapsed whimpering at my feet. You hit me, his forehead pressed against my stomach. For him? You'd hurt me for him? As I moved to check on Attorney Young, John's wail froze me. Don't you dare comfort him. I'll kill that homewrecker. Sobs racked his frame. How could you choose him over me? My palm cracked across his face. Why do you think? Attorney Yang and I are professional associates. Are you blind? Or just projecting your own filth onto us? Besides, didn't you parade your mistress in front of me first? Hypocrite. His teary eyes suddenly brightened. Then cheat. I don't mind. We'll call it even, just come home. I'll cut ties with Emily. I swear. The room fell silent. Even seasoned Attorney Young gaped. You think everyone shares your moral bankruptcy? I sneered. What can I do to fix this? John clutched my skirt. Bring our children back. I stared down coldly. Resurrect Max and Lucy. The door burst open again. Emily tugged at John's arm, tears streaking her makeup. Stop humiliating yourself. She's not worth it. When he refused to budge, Emily shoved me. You heartless bitch. How much more must you destroy him? My terms are simple. I smiled icily. Both of you can die apologizing to my babies. Humph. Emily sneered. Max has a vicious mother like you. No wonder he was bullied to death in hell. Shut your mouth. John suddenly shoved her. Emily fell to the ground, clutching her stomach. My baby, Emily, was pregnant. When John learned this, I was the first person he contacted. But his words shattered any remaining respect I had for him. Sarah. Emily's pregnant. The doctors said she couldn't conceive. Don't you think, maybe Max knows how much we miss him? Are you hearing yourself? I cut him off. You and Emily caused his car accident. Now you think he'd choose to be reborn as your child? Have you lost your mind? John had become increasingly unhinged lately. Emily, for reasons I couldn't fathom, kept chasing after him. She'd even knelt begging at my doorstep multiple times, completely discarding her dignity. What she didn't realize was John only wanted to exploit this pregnancy. It'll be perfect. He gazed at me with manic intensity. After the birth, we'll raise the child ourselves. It'll be just like having our own. I've recorded every word. Are you planning to traffic children now? Ignoring my question, he persisted, don't you want another child? My children will always be Max and Lucy. Fine. I promise we'll only have Max and Lucy. His gentle smile didn't reach his eyes. I suspected his intentions but didn't interfere. They deserved whatever karma came their way. On the first snowfall of winter, I read their fate online. John pressured Emily to abort the child. During their struggle, she miscarried. After hospitalization, the mentally broken Emily attacked John. Both were severely injured before he got sentenced to prison. That same month, I won our divorce. I divided the assets 3 ways, donating 1 portion to Mountain Village schools. Max had a pen pal. When I informed the boy about Max's death, I received this reply, Dear Mrs. Johnson, please don't grieve. Max told me if he ever left like my parents did, he'd become the wind watching over you. Stay strong and wait for the breeze. As life settled, I never remarried or had more children. I spent my days waiting by the window, listening for rustling leaves, smiling whenever the curtains fluttered.